Earth Day is happening this weekend on April 22nd. Dave, how do you plan to honor the day?
Well, Mike, I should probably find out where the recycling and composting goes in my building.
But you've been living in Toronto for weeks now.
Yeah, things have gotten a little bit out of control. The clutter police are on the way.
Okay, well, maybe you should talk to Vancouver's Grant Hardy. He's got some more interesting ways for you to celebrate.
That's right. He made a special trip to the Beaty Biodiversity Museum at the University of British Columbia to get a peek at some of BC's amazing wildlife.
Her skeleton is the length of 2 city buses, and a small car can fit neatly inside her giant jawbones. She is Big Blue, the massive blue whale skeleton that hangs in the lobby of the Beaty Biodiversity Museum. Volunteer Sasha Van Wee took me under Big Blue, where I learned a bit more about the feeding system in the mouths of some whales.
This that I'm about to hand to you is a baleen sample. One side has a very bristled texture like you might find on an oversized toothbrush. And the other side is a bit more rigid. The bristles are closer together, compacted. And that is how these whales filter their food. The double sides allow for shrimp to be caught up, or krill, depending on what the whale is eating, and water to pass through.
It's amazing that these large creatures eat such tiny things. It was time to explore another giant at the museum. Education and Outreach Coordinator Nicole Balsdon showed me a crosscut of a 750-year-old western red cedar tree the size of a large dinner table.
So if you feel the surface of it, there's little tiny ridges, and each ridge represents a year. Usually trees that are this big would start to get rotted out in the center, but if you feel all the way to the center, so keep reaching, almost there, there's actually no rot in this tree. So it
feels pretty consistent.
Exactly, so it shows you how good a western red cedar is at preventing pests.
Trees and forests play an important role for animals and birds. Curatorial assistant Chris Stinson and I looked at an example, the wing of a stuffed barred owl.
It's quite a long, broad wing, and you may be able to feel just how soft the feathers are.
Very soft feathers.
At the front of the bird, there's you can maybe feel some bristles, so it's like a comb right along the leading edge, and that breaks up the air and makes their flight silent as well. Now I've got the skin of the barred owl.
Wow, look at that.
Just be careful there down towards the bottom. There's some sharp talons.
Well, he looks very cute, but I know out in the wild they really mean business.
Yeah, those talons are not dainty little things. They're for killing their prey, like rodents and things like that.
Yeah.
Whether flying, running, or swimming, animals depend on their ecosystem to survive. It's a delicate balance that's under pressure by human activities. As Nicole points out, this makes maintaining biodiversity especially important.
We want to have lots of populations of lots of species in lots of places with lots of variety. And when we have that biodiversity on the planet, it's able to be better resilient to any pressures we put on it.
And we can all help by considering our own actions. Whether we live in the air, on land, or in the sea, we all only have one home, and it helps to keep it clean.
To learn more about the Beaty Biodiversity Museum and Big Blue and how her skeleton ended up there, visit the website beatymuseum.ubc.ca. Beaty is spelled B-E-A-T-Y. Mike, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like we should treat every day like Earth Day.
Well, of course we should. I mean, it's easy to take it for granted, but we should all be thinking about what we can do for the Earth. After all, the planet does a lot for us.
I agree 100%. Now, Mike, before the story, you asked me if I had plans for Earth Day, but what about you?
I'm thinking I might park the car in the garage and take my bike out of storage and use it as my main mode of transportation. It's going to mean a lot of pedaling, but I'm up for the challenge because every little bit's going to help.